Solve the equation using the quadratic formula. 3x squared minus 7x plus 4 equals 0. So this is a quadratic equation, so we can use a quadratic formula. Before that happens, though, I want to graph the related function on the calculator and see how many, what type of solutions can be expected. So I'm going to graph y equals 3x squared minus 7x plus 4. And then take a look and see if there are going to be real solutions, imaginary solutions, just see what we can see. As you can see, I've already entered the function into the calculator. Y equals 3x squared minus 7x plus 4. So I'm going to hit graph. And there's the parabola. And it looks like it just barely touches the x-axis, but I can't really tell what's going on there. So I'm going to zoom in. So I'm going to do option 2 this time for zoom, and I'm going to zoom right into the vertex. So I'm just moving the right arrow to get my zoom point right there, and then enter. Okay, so if you look closely, and I'm going to zoom in one more time, press enter again, it just barely crosses the x-axis. So there are two real solutions to this equation. So if it just touched the x-axis and the vertex was on the x-axis, we would have one real solution. And if there were no intersections with the x-axis, there would be two imaginary solutions. So we expect two real solutions. Now, let's go back here and calculate what those are using the quadratic formula. Remember, the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And the a, b, and c are the coefficients, so a, b, c. A is 3, b is negative 7, c is 4. So I'm going to substitute the negative 7 for b, so it's negative of negative 7 plus or minus square root of negative 7 squared minus 4 times 3 times 4 all over 2 times 3. So negative of negative 7 is simply 7, plus or minus the square root of. Negative 7 squared is 49, and 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48, so this is 49 minus 48, all over 2 times 3, which is 6. So I'll just move up here. X equals 7 plus or minus. Now 49 minus 48 is 1, so it's going to be the square root of 1 all over 6. So x equals, and square root of 1 is 1, so it's just going to be 7 plus or minus 1 all over 6. So we're going to split this up into two fractions. 7 plus 1 is 8, so it'll be 8 over 6, which is 4/3. And then the other fraction, 7 minus 1, is 6. Then over 6 equals 1. So those are our two solutions. X equals 1 and 4/3. And we did get two real solutions. And going back to the calculator, just let me do this trace real quick. The left intercept is just about at 1 there, so that one's right. And the right intercept, that one's at about 1.3, which is roughly 4/3. So looks like my work was correct on the quadratic formula.